Okay, here goes nothing.
Hey, Michael Myers. Hey, buddy, when's the server come back up?
My server getting DDoS.
Hey, Michael Myers.
No, getting right on these nuts though.
Got him. Michael Myers. Hey, when's the server coming back up? Hey, Mike.
What's your woodcutting level on? No. Mike, I heard you had Ligma, is that true?
Hey guys, Mike the Vike here, back for another video. Today we got some more server discussions for you. Kind of talking about my experience as a server owner, I guess, but also a whole bunch of server updates because we've made even more changes. So you might be able to tell from that intro, you get a lot of noise, of course, doing this kind of thing. A lot of people talking to me and wanting answers and stuff like that. You know, that's not honestly the worst part about the whole thing. I'd say the thing that sucks the most is people not understanding the entire situation or just not knowing in general what's going on. But what they do know, they think is absolute fact, and they base their opinions off that. So, for example, you know, any server owner can relate to all the messages of people like complaining about lag and then blaming it on you, or a variety of things. Really, there's so many situations where ultimately people just blame it on me, and they assume I'm doing or not doing certain things, and then making judgments based off of that. Kind of sucks. So, with all that in mind, I made a whole bunch of changes to the server for the September wipe, and we did things like introduce a clan limit and a whole bunch of other things. And we launched some European servers too. As you might be able to see though, servers are not doing all that well after that change. And everyone's telling me like, fix it, as if I would love to just fix it. But the thing is, I can't explain fully. I don't know why the servers went down in population. There's a whole bunch of variables. It could just be that people aren't enjoying that type of server anymore. Maybe they don't like me anymore, so they're joining elsewhere. There's so many variables. Maybe people are just getting tired of Rust in general. Hard to say. Anyways, I'm doing this video to kind of announce another slew of changes. Is that a word? I feel like it is. So, in terms of changes, I've realized, you know what? My server is not one, or at least in its best time, it is not a server where you get restricted too much by rules. It should be vanilla but modded in a way. So I realized, you know what, clan limits aren't really a good idea. The server just isn't meant for that. The community that I have likes having big groups, you know, and doing all the things, and it's part of the game. It's kind of like when I made changes to the walling off loot situation, I realized, you know what the heck, people don't want to deal with a whole bunch of rules and complicatedness. They just want to play more or less Rust in its like most basic form, but a little bit easier. So yeah, in terms of changes, we made some more. I've removed, for the most part, any kind of roaming or raiding limits in terms of clans. The actual clan limit is set to 12 in terms of tool cupboards and stuff, but I might remove that in its entirety because, once again, I think that I just have to kind of embrace full vanilla. Like, just open the floodgates, just let everybody in. Oh, another big one is I got a lot of requests in terms of wipe schedule. I didn't think this was a problem. Number one, the wipe schedule was inconsistent. It was based on whenever I woke up, more or less. And I tried to be relatively the same time, but since it's a human thing, it's always going to be a little bit off. No longer the case. It is now automated, which means I can decide the wipe times like perfectly. And a lot of people wanted wipes later in the day due to it being school year, like, you know, September, high school, university, whatever. So as a result of that, I've decided to wipe the servers. Probably, I haven't fully locked it in, but I'm thinking 3 p.m. Eastern, so that's noon Pacific. And that basically means the moment you get off school, you can hop on the servers, you know? And because I used to wipe them 8 a.m. Pacific, which is, what is that, 11 Eastern, which isn't ideal, you know? And it's the same timing for the European servers in the UK time zone, so it'll be, I don't remember the name of the time zone. Whatever, it'll be like 3 p.m. UK time. So hopefully that means that you will actually have a chance of getting on for the wipe, because I know that a lot of people were having trouble getting started because they were late to the wipe, which is fair. Another big change is we used to have a lot of restrictions in terms of what kind of accounts could play on the server. Like I didn't allow private Steam profiles. And I realized I actually got a fair amount of messages of people that just truly wanted their privacy. And we used to lock out private profiles because of hackers, right? They could just private their profile, we didn't know nothing about them, and so on. But I'm realizing that's actually locking out too many people. So I'm gonna revert that change so that, yeah, you can have your private profile. And in terms of game hours and stuff like that, honestly, just as a whole, I've reduced a lot of the restrictions I used to have, and making it a more free, natural Rust experience, you know? Instead of restricting things and adding rules and punishments and all that jazz, just embrace Rust, really. Also, you may have noticed, I'm very proud, I actually played Rust, and I'm actually starting to play Rust again, which means that I will be on the servers. I think I'll be live streaming this weekend, no promises though. It's getting very tricky, I'm just saying, in general, time-wise. I'm back in university, this is 4th year, and so it's tricky, you know, time-wise. And let's talk about that for a bit. So, something maybe people don't know, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this, I feel like I have, but I'm in 4th year university, so there's that. That on its own, you know, so classes 4 or 5 days a week, something like that. You know, full-time student, that's me, you know. On top of that, I also commute to school. It's about anywhere from 45 minutes to, depending on the traffic, it can be like hour and a half, 2 hours, you know what I mean? So that sucks, and that's each way, and that's driving too. And then I have to deal with the servers, and then I have to upload videos. So that's pretty much my life these days. All I'm trying to say when I mention that is that, like, I don't have a lot of time, but I dedicate as much as I can to fixing the servers and making videos. Going back to my original thing, like I wish people knew, you know, like they say, oh, you're not trying, you're not fixing anything. Or when I think it's ridiculous. So I made those airsoft videos, right? Showing like the airsoft shotgun, and that gun cost whatever it was, $350 or something. And then they see that I spent money on something else, and so they're like, Mike, how about instead of buying airsoft guns, you fix the server? Which is wonderful. I mean, I truly wish there were things I can spend on the server to make it better. But I truly, like, there's nothing I can. I already like pay as much within reason. Like I support the community, I pay admins, I have all the hosting fees. In terms of host, not an issue. Like I don't think I could throw more money in that direction. I don't think it would make a difference. So there's that. All I'm saying is I'm trying my best, and you may not think I am, but I truly am. Like I put a lot of time into this, hoping to make it as good of an experience as possible. Do I make mistakes? Absolutely, but you know, that's just how it is. Like you got to move on and keep trying. Oh, and another fun fact, a lot of people were banned off my Discord just over the years, or however long I've had it, and we are opening the floodgates on that. I'm going to reset all the bans, which means we're going to get a lot of spammers and stuff, but like there's old-time players that are like very emotionally hurt that they got banned on the Discord, which is totally fair. So if you want to rejoin the Discord, let me know all the things I'm doing wrong. You can do that now. Oh, also, I totally forgot to mention, the 5x server is back down to a 4x server because I realized it's not actually what my players are looking for. They're not really looking for a full Battlefield server, so it kind of toned that down a bit. I'm going to try to hustle out as many videos as possible. I'm already playing the game again, which is actually a lot of fun. I'm enjoying playing Rust. It's bizarre. It should just be going back into full force. I'm aiming for 3 videos a week, but it's hard to do when you have classes and everything and assignments every week. But I'm trying. Like I want this to work, you know? So if any of these changes interest you and you want to check out the servers, there is a link in the description on how to join them. But it's just, if you search up Viking Republic in the modded category, you'll see my servers there. I think they're in a good spot configuration wise, but of course I'll constantly be adapting. Anyways guys, that is going to be the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.